Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos every week, usually Tuesdays at noon. I share my own personal planning here, but a lot of what I do is planner reviews to help you make the best decision possible on your next planner. Today is one of those reviews. We're going to go over all that She Plans has to offer. She Plans is a small woman-owned business. Andrea took over the company in the last year, a little over a year now, and she has done really amazing things with this business. She Plans offers a plan your way disc-bound system, which we're going to go over all those options in the disc-bound, and she also offers a huge amount of options in her Sewn Notebook planners, which is something that a lot of companies don't do. So I feel like what she has to offer is something unique. Today's video is sponsored by She Plans, and I also have a special discount code for you. It's a 10% off code. If you use Amanda's Favorites, it will be linked down there in the description. And if you use that code on every single purchase, you save 10%. You can use it over and over, which is so generous for a small company. I also have an affiliate link with She Plans. It's down there in the description. I so appreciate when you use my affiliate links to go to these companies' websites and shop, because that gives me credit for your sale. Shows the companies how many people I bring to them, and I also get a small percentage of the sale, and that's a huge part of how I keep this channel going. So I'm very appreciative to those that remember that extra step. I know it takes an extra step to remember to go through my affiliate links when you're purchasing from any of the companies that I've reviewed, but I really do appreciate it. And when you're purchasing from She Plans or any of the other companies with discount codes, don't forget to put those discount codes in at checkout. I am notorious for forgetting to enter in codes, so I try to remind you always about those codes. I even have more product than is here on the table. I have a lot of product to share with you today. She wanted me to be able to share almost every cover and every option. So we are just going to jump right in because we have a lot to get through. If this video helps you or entertains you, I would be so grateful if you would give it a thumbs up down there. And if you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe and be here with us in this community. I share an extra personal monthly video or Zoom call with my patrons. I rotate months on that. If you're interested in finding out about supporting me over there, that link is always down in the description. As we jump into She Plans, I'm actually going to start with her disc-bound line. So we're going to clear all this off and start with disc-bound. She Plans' new disc-bound line is called Plan Your Way. One of the really cool things about it is she just wanted to make a lot of different inserts so that you could really be able to find the way that your brain works in her system. So she sells a sample pack of this new line. It is only $8 for the sample pack, if I'm remembering correctly. And I think it is such a great way to try out her line and see which pages work for you. Her Plan Your Way line, her disc-bound system, is only in an A5 size. Here is what comes in your sample pack here. I mean, there's a list on the front, but let's go ahead and flip through it. You have your monthly spreads here, all up here for you to try. You have her dot grid pages. This is a different monthly spread with dot grid under it, and then your calendar days there listed next to it. You have a blank big monthly spread. So see lots of different options, even just in which monthly spread you're going to choose. Here are some of your weekly options. A vertical weekly with lines with Saturday and Sunday stacked. And you have another vertical weekly option with lines, dot grid at the bottom, habit tracker here, Saturday and Sunday once again stacked. And in between, if I'm remembering right, because this was a huge video, I went over and over everything so many times to try to get down all the right information, that when you are choosing, you get to choose if your pages are back to back or if you have dot grid in between. At least I know that is true on your daily pages. I'm not positive if that's the same on the weekly. That is an amazing option on your daily. And I will show you that as I flip through the two. I got a weekly planner and a daily planner option to share with you. Here is another weekly layout. You have just Monday through Sunday on the left horizontally. And then you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on this first page spread. Then you have Thursday through Sunday on the next page, vertical lines, all exact same spacing. Your next weekly spread says the week of, a blank space, lines, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the first set of pages, and Thursday through Sunday, once again, equal spacing on the second set of pages. This weekly layout is a horizontal one with a graph grid, Monday through Thursday on your left and a blank space under each day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on your right, and graph grid at the bottom for a weekly list or notes or gratitudes down there. Then you have another, you see how many weekly layouts there are, you guys? Now they are all undated in the Plan Your Way line, all undated. The week of, lines, and then Monday through Sunday. So you could have your weekly list here and see your week at a glance for, you know, what do you have going on, goals for the week, habit tracker for the week, and dot grid for the week. And think about this. In Plan Your Way line, you can pick a weekly insert, you can pick a daily insert. So you can build in your Discbound Planner a weekly daily combination that works for you, picking both of your pages out. It's pretty amazing what you can do with this versatile system. The next weekly layout is Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday at the bottom here, and lines opposite the day only for Monday through Friday. So for people definitely with less to do, less schedule on Saturday and Sunday, but then completely open for a weekly list, 3 categories, and lines. And you have a weekly layout vertical that is hourly from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. with half-hour slots, equal space per day, and a column for a weekly list or thinking of next week right there too. Then you go into some of your daily page options, okay? 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. with half-hour slots, 2 blank slots here, and lines. Another daily option here is 3 top 3. It could be your workout, your dinner, and something else. It doesn't have to be your top 3. I love the way she's labeled nothing in this Plan Your Way line because she really wanted to leave it open to whatever you need it to be. Also, it could change based on the season of your life or the timing of the year. So you have room to write the day or date up here, just a little leaf, little thing picture there, which is really cute. Planning for today, an open space, a list, and then 3 sections for the day. That could be morning, afternoon, evening, but it could also be, you know, work, home, and something else like your workout and dinner. This is the way that your daily pages will look if you don't get back to back. You can get dot grid on the back of your pages. So you have a dot grid page opposite every daily planning page. Here's another daily planning page. 3 up here could be weather, workout, dinner, could be your top 3, date. You have tick off boxes, and then opposite that, just lines. So if you like to write longer, you could go straight across, the lines line up, graph grid at the bottom. And that ends your Plan Your Way sample pack. I cannot believe that she's selling these sample packs for just $8. I think it is such a great way for you to be able to try out her paper, try out all these layouts, even try out how do you feel about Discbound if you already have discs at your house, or you can pick up her disc to try this on. So if you are thinking about trying out her Discbound system, I think picking up the sample pack first will be such a smart way to go. Next up in the Discbound system, just some of the things I want you to know that she offers. We're not going to be able to go through every single thing in great detail in this video because there are so many products that I have here to share with you, but you can choose monthly tabs that are on this really thick, you know, plasticky paper. You can choose these, and she sells stickers also to go on these. I think I may have missed those in my pack. I think I have those somewhere. You know what I do? Here is a sticker pack that the tabs come in, so you can order tabs to go on your plastic pages here, along with some other stickers. You can also order based on the quarter for all of your undated products. Now, she does have dated and undated in her Sewn planners, but in the Discbound system, she only has undated. So if you're someone who doesn't want to write in your dates, you like, you know, the very neat look of already printed dates, then she has these very understated date stickers sold by quarter for your planners. So you can label the weeks, you can label the big monthly spreads, you can label the days, and they come in these packs. You can also get her monthly tabs if you purchase those tab pages. So she does have these sticker options on her site. So that's one tab option. The other tab option she has, which I personally love, are these tabs that are printed. They are on, these will last you over and over, no matter how many years you use this Discbound system. These are printed on like paper that's going to slough off water. It's super thick cardstock and coated, and they are beautiful. It has little floral designs on them. And here are the colors of her tabs through June. I'll show you the other half of the year. So we'll just flip through these tabbed pages really quickly. They all have kind of like that, would you call it the dandelion flower? But I like the muted colors of the tabs. I guess they're not so muted, but because I love mustard yellow, but I love the color scheme. So those are her other tab package option that you can purchase. Here's the second half of the year. You can see how the colors, because you're probably going to separate your year, unless you're doing a weekly only. If you're not doing a weekly, if you're doing a weekly only in your Discbound, I'm sure you're probably going to keep your whole year together. But if you're doing daily or combining daily and weekly, you might separate it. So this is the way it's going to look separated. July, August, September, October, November, and December. And this is the set of bigger discs, which you do have to work a little bit more to flip your pages on the bigger discs. I personally love smaller discs. Everything flips easier on them. And I think these are 1.5 inch. I bet that's, or they're 1.25. She'll have it listed on her website. These look like 1.25. Oh, these are 1.5 inch. That's what I thought. These are 1.5. She sells these clear discs on her site, but you can use any disc. So you could order metal discs from any company. So these are the plastic clear discs that are available on her site. They really work great. The smaller size, everything flips wonderfully on it, and they look beautiful with her tabbed pages and with all the other pages. But if you want metal, you can definitely order from any other company or Amazon. Discs are easy to change out and inexpensive. So you can really play with it and see what you like. Some people love metal because of the feel and the look, but then they don't love kind of maybe the loud noise it might make when you set it down or being a little bit heavier. So like I said, discs are something you could play with if you haven't used Discbound before and figure out what works for you there. Have those dividers, and these are just a few of the inserts besides all those weekly pages that I just showed you, all the weekly, all the daily pages. She also offers her whole intentional goal planning system as an insert, and we will go through this system in the Sewn planners. So she offers this in her Sewn Planner book too, but this whole intentional goal planning system for the year is also offered in her Discbound. That's nice because you can just pull out the months that you have in your planner and you can actually put your goal planning with your planner in here. You have quarterly planning for the year ahead. So some quarterly planning pages for thinking ahead. I really like these for thinking about lists and goal planning and projects because you have just Q1 and those 3 months and room for lists, Q2, Q3, and Q4. You have some wellness trackers. These are just some of the inserts she has. The wellness tracker, you have a page per day. Gratitude, nutrition for all your meals, daily focus, mood and energy, sleep tracker, exercise, water tracker, and anything else you want to write or track. With this wellness tracker, like I said, it's a page per day, but then there is a weekly fitness tracker in there to kind of look out for the week, habit tracker for the week, the days of the week. Maybe that's what you're going to do fitness-wise every day of the week, your goals for the week. With the weekly fitness tracker, you also have a list in there. These are other insert pages. Project planner, inbox trackers, business prospects, password trackers, expense trackers. You have annual overviews. So anything, if you need budget pages, she has them. If you need quarterly planning and annual overviews, she has it. So definitely, if you are picking up the Discbound system, look all through her inserts because there might be some inserts that you want to add to your Discbound planner besides just your typical daily and weekly. We are going to flip through the daily first that I picked, and then we'll flip through the weekly. So your covers that you purchase from She Plans all come with this very thick frosted plastic cover to protect the front and give you some stability to your book. This is just kind of like cardstock-like, but coated cover. And it says Simplicity Says, and it's a very pretty eggplant purple. And then her other cover that she sent me is this beautiful striped one with all her colors in there. So those are the two covers that she sent me. You can purchase as extras this pocket right here, this plastic pocket insert, which I think is so nice if you need a pocket in your planner. Here are just some of the prices, but of course they are all on her website, but I'll just give you an idea of some of her prices. First of all, don't forget you should use my 10% off code on every purchase, Amanda's Favorites. Enter that at checkout. On her Discbound system, if you buy 4 or more insert items, you get 15% off. You can still stack my code with that, you guys. The sample pack is $8, like I showed you, of all the different pages available for the daily and weekly. Monthly inserts are $8. Weekly inserts for 6 months are $15. Daily inserts for 31 days are $10, or daily for a quarter is $19. These are so affordable for the 80-pound paper that is used, you guys, and we'll do a pen test. 80-pound paper is used in the Discbound system. Those prices are so affordable to just be able to try out Discbound or daily. You can just buy a daily for 31 days. I think it is nice that she has that option. Yes, it's a better deal to buy the whole quarter together, but if you're not sure if you like that layout, then it's easy to try just a daily layout for 31 days for $10. Discs are $10. Divider tabs are $22 for these. $14 for the clear. Covers are $7 right now on sale. I don't know how long the sale will last. I can't remember the full price. Bookmarks are $5.50, and the clear pocket I showed you at the front was $10. So there's all kinds of things you can add on to it, or you can just start with your inserts and try them out. Very affordable. I wanted to show you how this calendar page looks. Like, this is what I picked to show you with my daily insert, how you have a little mini calendar to just put big events, big appointments, lists for your month, and then possibly more detail for your month, or a daily gratitude per day, or if you want to just note something that happened each day. So that's a really fun monthly insert. Then my daily page, I picked not to have back to back. So you can pick daily pages to go back to back, where just one is printed right on the back of the other. I picked this to be able to show you because it's so unique that you can get your daily pages printed with dot grid on the other side. So every daily page, you have room for a ton of notes. It also means you will always be writing on a clean daily page because, see, the writing goes on the back of the dot grid page. Not that you have a big problem with ghosting or show through or anything on 80-pound paper, but just if you're someone who always wants room for notes, or you always want your page, your daily page on the right side of the page, then this is a way to have it. So here's my pen test on her 80-pound paper. So some of her sewn notebooks are 80-pound and some are 70-pound. And we'll go through that. Like, her daily sewn notebooks are 70-pound, but her weekly sewn notebooks are 80-pound like this. So this is going to be my 80-pound pen test for you. For also the sewn notebooks paper that is 80-pound. All the dark pens, I picked the dark marker pens, the very dark saturated highlighter. And if you look here on the back of the page, I mean, you can barely see anything that it was even written on. Definitely nothing bleeding through at all, and hardly any show through at all on there. This paper feels very thick, very substantial. It feels like 80-pound. It feels like luxurious paper. It is smooth, but not extra smooth. I would say that it has a little bit of tooth to it. Not a whole lot of tooth, but enough to feel really well with writing with all the pens. I like this paper. It's a very nice paper and a very strong paper for Discbound, where you might be removing and putting back in things and moving all around. That is the daily page I picked. I just lined up my months for you to be able to see. You could add all kinds of inserts in here. You could mix your daily and your weekly to have a combination book. She also has an extras tab that comes in your pack for if you want to add note pages at the end, because of course she does sell note page inserts in dot grid and lined, and I think those are your note page options. So this is, and it's so lightweight. and portable, you guys. This is your Discbound. This book is just less full because it is on bigger discs, like I showed you. And this one has my weekly inserts in it. So let's look at those. And unless your discs are full, it is a little bit more, like I said, you have to flip the pages. But you noticed how easy it was to flip on these. So just think about, about that as you order your disc size. Let's look at this weekly layout that I got. It's where you see Monday through Sunday on this side. Saturday and Sunday are small. So you have room for all your appointments. Then you can have room for tasks. Less room for Saturday and Sunday noting things. But then a really good space for your weekly list where it could be divided up into home, work, errands, and just maybe an ongoing list or notes. Once again, if you want stickers, if you don't want to have to number your own days and months and everything, make sure you pick up the stickers. I stuck one in here for you up top so you could see what it looked like and a couple of the numbers. But I will say they look beautiful. If you are going to get these stickers though, I do have planner tweezers somewhere, but I'm convinced I've lost them forever because I can't find them. So if you order these stickers, I highly recommend getting planner tweezers. I think She Plans offers some. I'm not sure if they're in stock right now, but you can also get them off Amazon because these are really small stickers, and to be able to place them right, you're going to want planner tweezers. Okay, that is your Discbound system options. Now we're going to go through the Sewn Notebooks. We're going to start with your monthly Sewn Notebooks. I think monthly Sewn Notebook planners are a product that not a lot of companies make, but a lot of people need and want. And these are bigger than the ones I have shown before. You guys know I love a monthly notebook planner. I talk about that all the time, how I use one, but these are bigger. So if you need a bigger notebook planner, monthly only, and you love sewn, I do love sewn books, guys. They hold up over the whole year. They will never come apart. You can bend them back on themselves like this. You can throw it in your bag a million times. You can do whatever you want to this book. It is not going to come apart. So she offers her monthly notebook planners in 2 sizes. I wrote it in here because with all these products, there's no way I could just keep it on a page in front of me. We have an 8x10 size and a 9x7. So your typical 7x9. $24 is the 7x9. The 8x10 is $26. In each one, you have 14 dot grid notes pages at the end and 28 lined notes pages. So there are a lot of note pages throughout. These both have the 80-pound paper. Let's look at how just the sizing difference looks in the monthly layouts before we just walk through the 7x9 one. So let's go to the monthly layouts. Here are your monthly pages, and like I said, these, if you want them to stay completely open, you are going to bend them back at first, but no need to worry because they will withstand it all. Here's a look at the 8x10 versus the 7x9. For the monthly box sizes, you have all your holidays on there. It is just a very plain, beautiful aesthetic that you could add any colors or stickers to, or you don't have to add any. You have what's going to make this month special, let's make memories, and a little list here. It's your typical Sunday start. So that is the difference in your monthly boxes there. Obviously, if you get the 8x10, your boxes are going to be much bigger. So if you want a big space, go with the 8x10. Now we're going to walk through the layout of this book though in the 7x9. You have your monthly layout. You have 2 pages in between each month that says planning for January. So planning for that month. Then you go into your next layout. So in between each month is only 1 lined page. Okay, now what makes this one different than a lot of the other notebook planners I've shown is that when you get to the end, you have more notes pages, not just the notes pages in between the month. Then you get to the end and you have the extra lines and the dot grid notes pages at the end. And she has those numbers all listed on her site. The numbers that are listed for the notes pages in here are counting the lined ones in between. So those numbers of 14 dot grid notes pages and 28 lined, the 28 lined are counting the ones in between the months also. And we didn't go through this. I'm just feeling like I have to move quickly because there's so much product for She Plans to share with you. I do want to give you a good little overview of everything. Planning for the year ahead up here at the front of your notebook planner is so nice. Once again, it's like her quarterly planning pages. You have a box for the quarter and then each month divided up. So you could come up with your list for that quarter for projects and goals and what you want to focus on, and then break it down by month for the quarter. I love this layout. I've stated that before. I stated that in my review for her last year. So that takes you through the 4 quarters. Then you have, I think, 4 dot grid. Yeah, 4 dot grid pages to start you off up front. So all your notes pages are not in the back. Then it's your monthly layouts. Then it's your lines in between. And then at the back, you have the few more lines and dot grid note pages back there. Then you have a look ahead for 2025 for planning ahead. And that is your monthly notebook planner. It is beautiful. I believe it's only this one cover in the monthly notebook planner, and it was done by an artist. I really love the colors and the art on it. It's beautiful. This is her intentional goal planning system, which I mentioned that you can buy as an insert for the Discbound option, but you can also buy it in the Sewn book in a 7x9 for $20 for your intentional goal planning system for the whole year, and it is just in its own book. So no matter what planner you might change to or switch to during the year, right? For us planners who move around sometimes and try out different things, your goal planning would always be in this one place for the whole year. And her tagline is keep your week simple and your days meaningful. And we'll do a quick little walkthrough of this. So you have reflection and vision for the future up here. And you have different categories for this: mental and physical health, personal growth and spirituality, reflection and vision for the future for sense of self and purpose, work and career. And your questions under these are: where am I today, where I want to be, what is holding me back, and ways to get me to where I want to be. Finances, romantic relationship, friends and family, fun and adventure. Those are your categories. My vision board for the year ahead. Then your goals for January through June. She gives you some direction of how to do this from your beginning page work, but pick 3 goals to focus on for January through June. Then go through those 3 goals more in depth. The number 1 goal, you go through it in depth here. The number 2 goal for January through June. The number 3 goal for January through June. Each one of those 3 goals gets a 2-page spread. Then a celebration of my progress. You go my goals for July through December. So you're dividing it up just into the 2 6 months of the year. And you have 3 focus goals for July through December. And you go in detail into those 3 goals for July through December. And then a celebration of my progress. Monthly planning for the year ahead. Here she breaks down your monthly planning. That's where you broke down your goals, and now you're going to break it down into your monthly planning. You have a dot grid page, planning for January. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots here. You could use this however you want. I mean, it could be divided up into different projects or goals. It could also be divided up into per week, like 1 thing per week in January. What steps are you taking? Then you have a monthly review for January and a lined page opposite. So there's lots of room for notes or reflection or mind maps or webs or planning in this book. A monthly review for January here is wins, what worked, what didn't, next month's focus, next action steps, looking forward to, and a mind sweep. Then you go into planning for February. So for every month of the year, you have 4 pages, and this is your 4-page spread. And when you get to the end of your book here, end of December, after December, then it says my big ideas for this year. So it's just more notes pages. I think you have about 10 notes pages if I just counted them right here. Some are lined, some are dot grid. And that is the end of your intentional goal planner. By She Plans, you can have a goal planning system in a notebook for only $20. And it's a really simple system that you could use in many different ways, right? And kind of make it your own. This is a great goal planning option. Projects, goals, intentions for the whole year. These are your daily planners for the year in the Sewn Notebook option. If you purchase them all together, so there's 1 book per quarter, then you get a 20% discount. The whole bundle would be only $80 for the entire year. But if you want to purchase them separately, then they're $25 a book. Also, don't forget to stack my 10% off code on that. These books are all 7x9. These dailies, and I'll show you the pen test, have 70-pound paper because a daily page into this sewn book, she could not do 80-pound paper and keep the integrity of the book and fit a whole quarter in there. The cover is like all the other covers, 100-pound matte laminate cover. And you can buy these plastic covers that they insert perfectly in here. And then you could insert pictures or cards. There's another little slot right here. But you have another pocket back here and another card slot right here. And this one is made to fit their 7x9 sewn notebooks, and it fits perfectly. So if your notebook's going to go in and out of your bag, I highly recommend this cover. And then you can just switch it to the next book when you move to the next book. These are the covers that come on your dated planner in order of the year. Here's your first quarter. Here is your second quarter. This is your third quarter and your fourth quarter. Now, if you're picking these up and you want to get started right now, we are going to look at the pages. She is offering the October to December one for a really discounted price. I can't remember. I think it's like $10 to add this on if you purchase the whole bundle and you want to jump in right now, and you will get the October to December 2023 daily book. So these are your dated daily sewn notebooks. She also has them in undated as an option. I will show you the covers for those next. But here is your dated option for your daily planner in a sewn notebook. You have her planning for the year ahead up front, the same layout that I've shared. You have a 2-page dot grid. Then you have your monthly layout, same monthly layout. Then you have planning for January, focus goal for January. So you have 2 of those, 2 focus goals for every month. This month's action steps on those focus goals. And then planning for January. So there is enough room in here. If you don't need a more extensive goal planning system, this could be your whole goal planning system right here within your planner. Your daily planner here, you guys, has a weekly dashboard. I know, everyone wants a weekly dashboard on their daily planner. These are pretty amazing. You have Monday through Sunday, all dated for you. The week of, a blank space for whatever you want. It could be a quote. It could be a sticker. Could be your top 3 for the week. Could be your focus goal for the week. Weekly list. And then you start your daily pages. Holidays are noted there on your days. Each of your days gets an entire page, you guys, even Saturday and Sunday. Look how minimal and unlabeled these daily pages are, and they have a lot of space for time blocking. Before I show you the pen test, let's just look over the daily page, and you can see they are mirror image daily pages. So that is something to make note of. You have your slot for whatever you want, your list for the day, and then your time blocking or appointments for the day. The page is divided exactly in half. It's 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and you do have a small tiny dotted line in the middle to divide half-hour slots in there. A really open, minimal daily page. Here is my pen test on the 70-pound paper. So if you look at this, you can see that the page has been written on with all those dark pens and markers, but there's absolutely no bleeding through and really not a lot of ghosting. So it still feels like you're starting pretty fresh on your new page. That is the 70-pound paper. It still feels good and substantial, you guys, just not as thick as the 80-pound. It has a little bit of tooth to it. It's not overly slick or smooth. It's a really nice paper. Your dated daily planner runs like this. When you get to your next month, you go straight into your next monthly layout. And then you have your next monthly planning pages for 2 focus goals for the month, action steps for those focus goals, and a big lined page for any other monthly planning or list making you need. That is the flow. These books go in quarters. At the end of the quarter, you have 4 dot grid pages. So you do have some notes pages there to make notes. And then a look ahead. You have your whole 2024 year if you need to glance at your whole year ahead. And that is your quarterly, daily, dated notebook planner you can purchase on its own for $25 or as a whole bundle for savings of 20% for $80 for the bundle. Let's look at the weekly. I was wrong. We're not going to do the weekly yet. I'm going to show you just the covers really quick. These are the covers available. Just a navy if you need plain or professional in the Undated Daily, or a pink gingham in the Undated Daily. So you could just try the daily layout in Undated, just one book, and be able to try it. There were actually some mistakes in the printing of her Undated Daily, so I'm not going to be able to show you the inside pages in here. They didn't print exactly right, but she wanted me to be able to share the covers with you. But the Undated Daily has not changed from the last year, so I can show you just what Undated looks like here. There are no dates. You just have the day of the week written really big. You have 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Once again, blank and blank. You can buy her monthly tabs to stick on here. Here's your blank month, in which you have 5 weeks here for the month and room to write the month of up there. And in the beginning of your Undated, there's just some pages I filled out before to kind of lay out days and show you how it looks to date your week in the Undated, because you're going to be the one writing your dates and your week there up front. You do still have planning for the month ahead. You just have to label it for what it is for the month. So that is your Undated Daily Planner option. She has some other options on her site if you love daily planning, but you don't need, daily inserts. You only use daily pages every once in a while. This is an awesome notepad, you guys. I filled out a day on it to see how it felt. I love it. It's 80-pound paper, and it is 100 sheets, so you could have 100 days of daily planning here for $15 on 80-pound paper. And on the back, this is the best part. It's dot grid. So you can even reuse the backs. Like, I would not throw these away. I would just save a pile of them and reuse the backs for my extra notes. Or you might need to make notes during the day. And so the back is dot grid because it's extra thick paper. So you definitely want to save the backs and use them. So that's a huge 100-sheet notepad of this popular daily planning page with a top 3 different sections lined, and then planning for today section there. So that's an option for daily planning too. Weekly planners, you guys, these are her weekly planners. They are available also in dated. These are her dated covers in 6-month chunks. So for the year, they are divided into 6 months, your weekly planner. This is your Undated weekly planner. She has plastic covers for this size of planner also. For your weekly, let's get the information in here. These are 10 by 8, whereas your daily was the 7 by 9. Weekly is 10 by 8. It is $48 for the weekly bundle, which is the 2 books for the year, or you can buy them one at a time for $30 each. It is 80-pound paper in the weekly, just like the Discbound system, and all her planners are made in the USA. So let's look at the weekly layout. These are your 2 covers, January to June and July to December. I love her beautiful florals this year and her color schemes. Your weekly planner starts for your planning for the year ahead. Same layout for by quarter up here. And these are huge pages, you guys, being, 10 by 8, then dot grid. After that, 4 dot grid, or no, it is 6 dot grid. Then remember what I said about folding it, not being afraid, because you guys, these are sewn books. They will really hold up the whole year. The covers are thick and laminate coated. You have your holidays, Sunday start, once again, big boxes on the 10 by 8 page, your monthly list or room there for memories or gratitudes. This is the same that's in the daily planner. You have 2 focus goals per month and ways to break down those goals into action steps. Those could be projects, goals, intentions, habits you want to work on. They don't have to be some, when people say the word goal, I think people get confused as to what it is. Goals can be any of those number of things that we're working on. It gives you focus. It gives you something that you are trying to progress on and improve upon. Then you have planning for January. You have your 2 dot grid or 4 dot grid, and then you go into your weekly pages. It's a weekly vertical layout, and it says, what is my intention for this week? What am I working towards? Write it down and make it happen. That goes in your big header up here. You could also put stickers here or decoration, but room to write your intention for this week, what you are working on this week, what are you focusing on right up front there. Then you have this, what energy will you bring to this week? Be intentional. Of course, that can be your weekly list, but it could also be listing gratitudes throughout the week. It could be just room for notes throughout the week. You have Monday through Thursday on the left-hand side Friday through Sunday on the right-hand side. And you have your day divided up. If you'll notice, there's a little bit darker line here and here. So if you want to divide your day into 3 sections, it is divided for you. And if you don't, then it's easy to just ignore the sections and let it flow as a whole. You could even mark hourly here or buy some hourly tape from somewhere if hourly was important to you and you loved this planner. You could look at it as morning, afternoon, and evening, or it could be, different sections of your day, or time blocking. Like, what am I going to get done during my work task time? What am I going to get done during my morning block, right? My afternoon block. And then what are we having for dinner or workout? You have room here where holidays are noted, but you could also put the weather. You could put a workout there. You could put a teenager's work schedule or your work schedule. So I like how there is a header under the date. The dates are clear. I can see them without my reading glasses on. That's very nice. You have the month, the week of January 1 through 7, and her little leaf emblem there. So you go through your weekly layouts for the month, and then you flow right into your next monthly layout. And then you have your monthly planning. Then you have your 4 dot grid notes pages. So there's a lot of note pages in this weekly planner. You will not need to carry another notebook. There's a lot of notes room. And then your next weekly layout. So that is the flow of the weekly planner. In Undated, here we'll look at it compared to the dated. This is what your Undated monthly looks like. It is once again 5 weeks, just like the daily, completely open for you to fill in or to buy her date stickers. And then the weekly layout is completely open for you to fill in the dates. It does have the day written big up there, but then you would fill in the date. Everything else is the same, but you would fill in the week of and what month it is right there. On your monthly dashboard pages, I'll show you what that looks like without being labeled. It's just planning for the month ahead. You would label it what month it is up there. So that is your Undated weekly planner option. All right, we're about to wrap up, guys. I just wanted to share with you, if you're on her site, so you don't miss something that you would want when you're making a purchase, that she also sells notebooks. She sells these little mini notebooks, sewn little notebooks with 70-pound paper, 60 pages in these. They're 5x7 and they are $8. This one is mini dot too, so I'm guessing these might only come in mini dot. Really nice sewn little notebooks if you need a little 5x7 to carry in your purse, or for church notes, or for grocery list in your purse. Then she makes the bigger notebooks in lined and dot grid. These are 9x7, $16, 70-pound paper again, and 100 pages in these bigger ones. This one is just dot grid and this one is just lined. So pick either lined or dot grid, but $16 for a really nice sewn notebook that is 7x9. She also offers this magnetic pin loop that you could hook on to any of your planners, especially if you're just carrying around one of these and you really want somewhere to be able to hook your pin on. It's nice to have a pin loop that you could hook your pin on in here to be able to hold your pin with your notebook planner. It's a very strong magnet, so it is very secure, I'm telling you. It is possible you could open it up and stick the pin in there. I hadn't tried that when I was playing with it before. You could just open it up and stick the pin in there if you want the whole pin in there. I don't know why. I never tried that when I was playing with it before. Those are new to me. That wraps up my She Plans review. You guys, thanks for sticking here with me. I would love to know what you think about the She Plans line. Leave it all in the comments down below. Do not forget to use my 10% off code for any purchase you're making from She Plans throughout the year. Amanda's Favorites. You can use it over and over on every purchase. And my affiliate link to shop through is down there in the description. If this video was helpful or entertaining to you, please give it a thumbs up. Have a great week, guys, and take care of yourselves so you can take care of others. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.